Alright, more. So, more acrophobia, to be specific. We've got some new strats. We're doing some research for segmented, trying to figure out exactly how the ending works. You know, how do you actually get the good ending?
We need to get
Um,
to the bridge. From there,
and what we
we need
discovered
to
actually
cross
ended
the
up having
narrow
implications
apex
for
to the
acrophobia.
ship and
So,
overload.
it used to be we thought that,
The explosion should
you know,
damage
you
the
need the
vessel
HUD
speed
timer to
below
become
it.
active for the ending to work properly. We used to think that what caused the HUD timer to become active was a trigger at the top of the lift. Turns out it's not a trigger. It's actually tied to the position of the lift itself. So in acrophobia, people used to wait at the bottom of the lift for a while before flying up and down the water run, so that the trigger would have time to become active and then you wouldn't softlock. Turns out all that's necessary is for the lift to get to the top, and if you flew too far down the hog run
Engine
before the lift got to
relocated.
the top,
Here.
the lift would unload and like freeze position.
Alert. The monitor
So
has
what we have
all
here is a new strat where we clip out of bounds, which causes the elevator shaft to remain our last loaded room,
ship's fusion
and
reactor.
therefore the lift never unloads.
Enough
And
damage
from
to
there we can just
destroy
fly out of
it.
bounds through to the ending.
All of the
So
reactors have enhanced features.
you set up the clip, you have to fly through the exploding door
The
as
exhaust
fast as possible,
that will expose
and
the
then turn
shaft
into the
that
left and
leads
get
to the
under the
primary
little
fusion
elevator
pod.
thing,
Good. Step
and then
one
you want to stay
complete.
completely
We have a
still.
straight shot into the fusion reactor.
And then from here you can just mash random buttons to clip out of bounds, turn around and fly under the reactor room and just keep heading in that general direction.
I recommend a
You'll get to
gray
a point where you can see little canyons load into the background here,
armor station.
and you can use that to line up where you're going to fly for the next 30 seconds. That clip out of bounds is a little tricky. Just getting there in time under the elevator shafts is tricky. It's not that bad, but it takes a little bit of practice. This flying bit is really not too hard though, once you find a decent-ish lineup. Our goal here is to fly straight for 40 seconds until we get to the 360 room, because that's really big and easy to find. And there's a few triggers immediately after the 360 room that we need to hit. Luckily all the triggers have explosions tied to them that you can see in anniversary graphics. I slowed down from here, but obviously you don't need to slow down from. So here's the 360 room, big black box. I'm going to try and find the regular route so I can just follow along the tunnel here. First trigger's right around here. That explosion. Second trigger's right around there. And then the third one's just before barrels.
That's the ship. Move. We need
And then
to
you're
get
good to fly to the
aboard
end.
now.
Easy peasy. So yeah, it's around 20, 30 seconds time save. This is a pretty sloppy run, but yeah.
We're cutting it close.